Good morning and happy Sunday to you. It's not Sunday for me here today, but I have got something so exciting. I am so delighted to be bringing what I'm bringing today. Oh my God. Oh, I know, it's a bit sad. That's where you need to go. So let's get you over to there. That is the website that you're going to be looking at, maximumcrafts.com, which is where you will find the home of the Easy Frame. The Easy Frame was set up just a few months ago, and there was one more size shape that I wanted to do. And so I'm delighted to show you today one of those, but also I've got another one. So what I'm going to show you today is the well awaited for ovals. So these are the oval frames. They are exactly along the same line as our other Easy Frames have been over the last few months. They are two frames that can be put together and made into a double frame, which is rather beautiful. They are made of very strong steel, but the packaging is just as plain as you like. It will just come in a nice polythene bag and one of these sheets telling you what it is, and that's it. I'm not going to charge you extra money just for a bit of plastic which you're going to throw away anyway, but I wanted to bring you some beautiful dies, and we were missing the ovals, weren't we, folks? So I thought, do you know what, my customers have been so supportive of me this last few months, as always, but particularly with the Easy Frames. And so I thought, do you know what, let's do something special. Let's take the oval frames and make a double size. Now that size will be suitable for an A5 or a 7x7 card, that type of thing. Or why don't we bring in a slightly smaller one which will be suitable for the 5x7s, and at the same time, are you ready? Let's give it an oval edge. Let's give it an oval edge. Oh God, I can't help it, you know. Well, this is just lovely. So it's a very subtle little scalloped edge. I'll calm down in a minute. It's a very little subtle scalloped edge just on the outside of the larger one. Same concept. The two go together, so you've got a plain one in the middle and you've got oval scalloped on the outside and an oval in the centre. So again, you can use these individually so that you've got a plain oval or a scalloped oval. Now they don't fit one within the other. Okay, they are slightly different, so they don't fit one within the other, but they do. This one's a slightly narrower one, but they do fit beautifully onto a 5x7 card. So I've designed that one so that that's one of the most favourite sizes people use of the oval. So it's a 5x7, and then this one is for the slightly bigger card. It's about, if you look at it, it's about, I don't know, an inch all the way round type of thing, bigger, I don't know, but that's what they were designed for. So they're slightly different sizes, and you've got this smaller one has got this beautiful scalloped edge. Now let me show you them then. Let me show you them in action. So first of all, I'm going to bring in the scalloped edge one because I've just done a really simple card for that. So there's my 5x7 card blank, and I've taken a piece of 12x17 antique copper. The reason why I've chosen the antique copper is because that seems to go quite nicely with the pattern on the paper and the colours of the papers that I have chosen to use today, which is a Stamperia one. So that's just going to go into the centre there. Then I've got another piece of the card, which is just of the papers rather, which is just beautiful. It is a pinky antique coppery type of card. It just goes so nicely. Just sort that one out. That's better, she says. Still not quite better, but anyway, here we go. So we pop that. Now it has got a little bit of writing in the background, so I'm just making sure that that is straight. Now that one is about 11.7 centimetres by 16.7 centimetres, so it's just about 1/8 of an inch or 0.3 of a centimetre smaller, just so that you've got that very, very thin border. Now here comes these beautiful, don't you think? Isn't that pretty? I love it, love it, love it, love it. So that's my outer border. Then I've used again one of the papers and cut out the inner border, or inner frame I should say. Oh, thought it would come out when it was going to, wouldn't you? Mucky pup. Mucky pup. And then I'm just going to make sure that I've got the wording around the right way. Oh, stuck it down and it's not quite right. Let's pick it up. So simply gets popped onto there. Oh, I'll get it right in a second. Like that. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, so that's beautiful. Going to, of course, pop a little bit of foam onto the back. I'm going to put a 3mm one on just to rise it up a little bit, and I'm going to take the backing off first so that it is easier to move around, because it's only just big enough, so I've got to be a bit careful as I go round. Oh, don't want it to ruck up. So that's going round. Then what I've done is I've taken the paper again, one of the papers, and I've used the pattern in the paper. So I've sort of looked at it and thought, what piece of this paper do I really, really want to choose? And there's all sorts of loveliness in it, but what I really, really wanted to choose was this piece, which has got sort of like a lantern of flowers and a few butterflies on there. So I'm just going to pick that up, pop a bit of glue on the back. Oh, sticking it down on there. And let's just pop that in the middle and clear that away, because we don't want any of that stickiness on there. And then I can just, making sure I've got that around the right way, pop my frame onto the top. Love it, love it, love it, love it. A little bit of glue in places, and then just simply pop this over the top so that I've got my lovely image. Then again, from the same papers, I've cut myself out a corner piece here, which is going to go up onto that corner there, just simply over there, and then another little corner piece just like that, and that one is going to go on that corner there, and I'm done. So this one is delicate. This one is just beautiful with its lovely scalloped edge here, and as I said, this is a 5x7 card. So now let's step it up a gear and go in with our slightly, I'm just calling them ovals, to be honest with you. They're not called ovals anything, they are just called ovals. They are the largest ones I'm going to do. Not going to do any bigger because this size will fit into basically any card. It is just a bit tight, but you could even fit it on a 5x7s. But then the larger cards, the A5s, to one side of the 7x7s, the 8x8s even, they just fit so beautifully. So what are we going to do with this? Well, I'm going to take these two, and from my biggest one, I've already done this. I have cut that out of this, and I've got my satin mirror card in gold. And then I've taken my smaller one, and from that I've cut out, now I've actually cut out two pieces and stuck one on top of another because I wanted to have a bit of strength, and the paper, which this one is, was a bit weak, to be honest. So I cut one out in white and then one out in the patterned paper, so that I have two that will sit on, one on top of the other, like that, in just a second. But first of all, let me just make the card. Now, I wanted to keep it simple because that's what we're all about. Simple and easy for everybody to achieve. So I've grabbed myself one of the stepper cards. I'm just going to fold the stepper cards. So I'm going to go down here with a mountain fold. I'm just going to bend it slightly with my fingers first. Then we've got a valley fold in the next one. And then we've got mountain at the top. And then there's a thin piece here, which is mountain as well. So then when we put them all together, just fold that in, we've got our stepper card. So before we go any further, just going to really burnish these pieces down so that we've got nice crisp finishes onto there and there, and this piece as well. And then I've just done it really very simple. So I've first of all taken some gold mirror card again, and I've cut myself out for the first piece, a piece which is 19.5 centimetres by 3, and then onto that a piece of 19 centimetres by 2.5 of my patterned paper. So I've chosen a piece that's I think it's called Fresh Meadows or something. It's an old thing. Just I happen to have one piece of paper left over, so that will do me nicely. I've then taken two smaller strips of my gold satin card, and then I've taken another couple of these pieces, making sure that they are the right way round, if there is a right way. The two satin gold pieces are 10 centimetres by 3, and the paper is 9.5 centimetres by 2.5, and they're just going to fit into the panels on my stepper card. So just pop that into there. So bringing this over, that one's going to go down the bottom. We like simple cards, don't we? It's such a good way to start card making, or do a lot of card making if you're really busy and you need to do a very quick card. You could not go better than using some of the frames here. This one slots into there, so that just fits onto the panel there, and then this one on this side. Now, this is a very similar design as the one that I was using at the workshop that we did, where we were using the ornate frame. Unfortunately, that was an exclusive, so it's only the people that came to the workshop or bought the workshop pack, as there was a few left over. So those were the only people that had it. But we all liked this design, so this is how we're going to go. So I used my thinner piece to cut out my sentiments here. This was actually, I wrote this on computer and just printed it off, and then I've cut that out so that the inner piece has cut out my frame. And then I'm going to take my card, and my sentiment is going to go something like that. So I'm looking at how I'm going to measure this, how I'm going to pop this in first. So I think that's about right. I can always move it around a little bit if necessary. So I'm just going to place that as far as I can into the middle. Now obviously this frame will be fractionally bigger, because we're going to bring it down there. It's fractionally bigger, but it still fits into an A5 card blank envelope, I should have said, sorry, envelope. So I'm putting this down the bottom, making sure that it's not too far over the edge that I can't shut the card. Popping that into place. Then I'm going to pop this one over the top. Obviously, if you're at home, you're going to take a lot more time over this. That's going to go onto the top. So that sort of then blends in with the colours that I'm using here. Surprisingly, the colours that are showing up on my monitor makes this look rather a sort of peachy orangey colour, but in actual fact, in real life, they are quite a beautiful shade of sort of primrose sort of thing, but nevertheless, they still look lovely. And then, as a change, I'm marrying them up with some mulberry flowers. So, first of all, I've cut myself a little bit of foliage, and gonna pop that in place on there. So there's not a lot of space I've got for glue, but we'll go for it. So that one there, so that's coming up the side of my oval here, and then this one is going to come across here. So I'm going to take that bit of paper off. I don't want that last little bit. And you can see that I haven't got a great deal of room to put glue on, but I never put glue on everything anyway, so just enough to hold that in place. And that's going to go in there. I've got a piece of thing that doesn't want to stay stuck. Now, I've then got a massive leaf, and I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to go for that one or not. Maybe. Maybe not. No, maybe not. Maybe not. But so what I've done is I've got myself some different sizes of mulberry flowers, and I'm just going to use some pinfair glue. You could also use hot glue gun on something like this, just to put these little flowers in place. So I've got one here which is about an inch wide. You see that they come on wire, and you've got a little bit of that green there. So let's just poke that green out a bit more. And we'll put one down there. Then we go down in size, and I've got two that are about ½ an inch wide. And they are very similar in colours. They are, in real life, a sort of pale yellow. But you may be looking at them in sort of more of an orange peachy colour, but it looks okay. And then I have got some beautiful little tiny ones, which I'm just going to place a little row up the top here. Excuse my arm keep coming into the shot. I'm not putting any greenery with this, extra greenery, but it has got greenery because you've got, as I say, the little bit there. Now I know you could make all your flowers with your dies, and I love doing that, but that's not everybody's cup of tea. And I used to use these flowers all the time, and still very much think that there is a place for them and that they still look lovely. So without further ado, that's what we've done. So there you go. We have got beautiful, beautiful large oval, and that's this one, which is plain both sides, the large oval. And then equally beautiful, but different again, we have got the scalloped oval, which is for the 5x7 this size. You could fit that into a 5x7, but it would be a bit tight, whereas this one I think fits lovely, and you've got room for something behind it, which is nice. But that one would fit snugly, or perhaps better, in a slightly larger card, so a 7x7 or an A5 if you're doing it like that, in rectangular size. So I do hope that you like them. I'm sorry I couldn't be with you in real person here today to be able to see your comments, but with any luck I might well be around. I'm supposed to be doing a Santa fun run at this moment in time when you're watching this. So whether I make it back or not is, well, your guess is as good as mine, to be honest with you. But there you go. That's what it's all about. That's why I'm not here. Or I may well be here and be able to have got out of it. You never know, do you? You never know. But nevertheless, in the meantime, pop yourself over to maximumcrafts.com, where you will be able to order your frames. Hopefully there are plenty in stock. I have got quite a large stock of these because I thought that you would like them. I hope that you would like them, and I hope that you are able to treat yourself and continue to support me as much as you possibly can, because it's really, really appreciated. Let's tell you what's now coming up then with Maximum Crafts. So this is for today. They're all ready to go out, so they will be going out to you starting Monday. I will be sending them out first class, which normally I wouldn't do, but the postage is so poor at the moment that I'm abandoning at the moment sending things second class. Still free postage to yourself unless it's under £10, but I feel that Christmas is important. You probably want to get these for a friend for Christmas, for yourself for Christmas, you know what it's like, on behalf of somebody else type of thing. So I am going to be sending these out first class for you on Monday. So not long to wait till you get your little mitts on these gorgeousnesses. Gorgeousnesses? Oh, I do come up with some good words, don't I? I will be back on Wednesday this week showing you some other gorgeousnesses, and I hope that you can join me then. That will be Wednesday at 6 o'clock UK time. That's when it's live. Of course, you don't need to join me when it's live. You can join me at any time. And then I will be back with our last kit for 2023. That's next Sunday, the 10th of December at 11 o'clock. And then I will be launching the signing up for subscriptions. That kit is not under a subscription. That kit is a free-for-all, if you could say it like that, for everybody. But I will be telling you all about the new subscription service, which starts in January 2024, when there's loads of other lovely things. Oh, goodness me. I wish I could show you. But no. Let's go with this. I think this is enough feast for the eyes, to be honest with you. I think that you will like these. I will take some proper pictures of these, and then I think you'll be surprised at what colour they really were, because they're not looking like the colour that I can see, but they still look lovely, and I do hope you agree. As I said, thank you once again for joining me. Have a good rest of the weekend. Think of me running for Santa. Watch out, Wales, and I will see you on Wednesday. Okay, if you do need to message me, I am around. Well, hopefully I'm around. If I have recovered from said Santa fun run, how they're going to call it a fun run, I do not know, but Santa survival run is what we'll say. I'm not sure how much running I'll do, but never mind, I'll be there. And if you do need anything, just message. There may be a bit of a pause in between me getting back, but if you need anything, don't hesitate. Okay, take care and thank you so much. See you soon. Bye.